Where's me clicker? Can't see it. What's happening here? Don't show on the live. Sick of trying to get ETB for Jacob's birthday. A month seems like a task we'll never complete. I haven't... Is my computer froze? I haven't got any ETB... Well, I've got some ETBs, but... I'm keeping them sealed. I didn't manage to get any ETBs yesterday. Can't hear you. Well, that's an issue. I wonder if this is... My mouse isn't working either, Kobe. Souls. There we go. Is that better? Is that better? I'm gonna keep trying Smiths. Have you registered to Amazon's... Have you registered to Amazon's invites? Because that's the best way, what I've done. Hello, hello? Why is... Properties. Let's see if that helps. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Hello, hello, hello. That's for the YouTube. Hopefully you can hear me, souls. Yeah, I didn't get them. Well, with the YouTube invite, not YouTube invites, with the Amazon invites, they'll send it out twice every week. So I don't know if you know. It was yesterday, they at 8 PM, they should have released the times. Brilliant. Appreciate letting me know, souls. So, yeah, that's like, if you was doing the Amazon, like, on the Amazon... I've registered to all the raffles on Amazon. Yeah, keep looking. The thing is, it's like you want to buy ETB, but I wouldn't want to open them. Have you opened any Chaos Rising as well yet? Hyde or Robert? I don't know if you want me to call you Hyde. Welcome, Daniel. Just seen you jump in. I'm running a bit late, guys. Oh, these are... If you're on YouTube, this is what today's... Not today's. This is results from the video which I'm going to be doing on Thursday. So you want to check that out. I am going to be eating. I haven't ate yet. I've just got in. That's fair enough. Sometimes I have people come in and they don't like me using the real name, that's all. There's an echo. Right, so... Is that better? Let me know if that's better on the echo front. If that's not it, I'll have to be careful of my music as well. Because I know that I got restricted on YouTube. I got restricted on YouTube last week because they heard music in the background of my video. So I had to cut a bit out for them to accept it on the platform. Because when I've done the video, it gets uploaded. I did say Kobe earlier. I did see that you've texted me as well. I haven't looked at that yet. It's been a hectic week. Very hectic. Oh. So massive issues went off last week. Did you see? Because last week you was asking for a Bosch Ungate. Did you see that? How I went through how to go find the Ungate, and then I found you an ungate. I think it was £10, depending on the units. So let me know. I can show you again if you want. But yes. I've got mucky chips. So I'm going to try and eat them as we're going on. If you've got any questions, fire them away. Let me know, Kobe, and I could obviously answer that. I could show you on the screen. Last week you was asking for a Bosch Ungate. I managed to find one for £10. That was depending if it was 10 units or not. Let me know. I am going to swap that because then I can see the chat a little bit better. Am I still on my... I don't know if I'm still on the KPR. No. I thought my VPN was still on my phone, so... Yes, please let me check. Right, so I'll show you how, like, if I was looking for any ungate, I'll show you how to do it. So what I would do is I'll start on Keeper, obviously. You can do this now on Celeramp as well, but it's dependent. It's not really to find the actual ungate. It's more to look for the products. So when you're on Keeper Product Finder, what I would do is look at buy box current. I would say roughly £10. You can go lower depending on your results. You'd go to your brand. So you'd say the brand is whatever you want it to be. So for you, it's Bosch. And then you'd search for that product. Obviously, you're going to get a list of results. So what I do is I would go over to current buy box, and you've got to filter them. So you can see here now we've got the lowest current buy box on Amazon. So if you was going to try and do the Amazon Ungate, which is 50 units, you can buy 50 units of this sanding paper, which is 51p. That's 25 quid. Or if you was looking for the Ungate as well, I think there was a drill bit. I think it was this drill bit, which was £1. That might be the wrong drill bit. But I was able to look for a drill bit, and it was actually listed as £1. And you could get them from Screwfix. That was a bit more. I don't know if it's still £1 on Amazon. But you could buy Bosch 10 Bosch drill bits. It's 100 units. 100 units. I would possibly be looking at going down probably the sandpaper route then. Because sandpaper, you might be able to buy it individually and then sell it as like a multi-pack. So sometimes it will come in a pack of... You could buy it individually to get the 100 units and then sell it as like a 3-pack or 4, 5, whatever. But you'll have to make sure that it's correct size, correct pack size as well. So like you've got here one of X lock, but there might be a listing for 3 units. And then when you are sending them in, obviously you just polybag them together. It's just a way to try and recoup some costs. I mean, if you bought the 100 units from Amazon and that's 51p, it's 50 quid. You can then, if you really wanted to, send them back to Amazon. Yeah, so, like, as you can see here, we've got this Bosch sanding paper. So that was 50p, 51p. You could buy 51p. Now, with a 10 unit Ungate, That is usually, you need to be providing a invoice for 50 units if you're supplying an Amazon invoice. I'm not 100% sure how it works with the 100 units. I think you may still have to do 100 units. So it'll be around 51 quid to use that Ungate from Amazon. But that's how I would check any Ungate. If I was looking for an Ungate, I would be doing this exact search with Keeper, finding the product, and then looking elsewhere, if that makes sense. This week's YouTube video on Thursday, 8 p.m. Amazon won't let you buy more. How many can you buy? How many can you buy? Thank you for the follow, Azasha. I appreciate it. All follows. Gosh, TikTok is dead. TikTok is dead. If you, how many will they let you buy, Kobe? Because if it's you need to be buying, if they say you could only buy 50 or 20 or something, you might be able to buy some other sandpaper as well. Can I see the ASIN? So it's usually dispatched. So you wouldn't want to buy that one anyway. See, I didn't do that check yesterday, last week. Let's have a look. Usually dispatched at 3 to 7 months. No way. 58p. Jeez. Let's add another filter. Going down, going down, going down. Right. We want to have Amazon offer is in stock and shippable. Let's put that on. Let's see what we could get. So these are 67 pence. There we go. But you can only buy 6, which is no good. You don't really want to be buying loads of little ones, do you? I wonder if there's any Bosch. What can we get for Bosch? Jamie Cheatham. Let's have a look what we could buy for Bosch. I know you could buy drill bits. Like this and 5 pieces. Bosch fog light. Maybe. Stock 5. Let's have a look at something. Yeah, only 5. That's shite. Let's try and do it on SAS. So, clear all. We're going to be putting a cert price, new current, want it from, let's say, 4 quid. Add, we want brand, product, brand. Brand is Bosch. Hey up, what's all this? DIY, DIY, screw fix. That would have been the one which I was looking for last week. This one pack, £1. You don't really want to be buying a product. Why is it showing all this? Whoa. It wasn't showing that earlier. You don't really want to be buying a product 100 units from Screwfix for £1 each, do you? £2.25. It's 200 quid though. I'll have a think about it, mate. Because buying from Amazon is one option, but with it being 100 units, that's the iffy part. Like some of these you could then sell as like a multi-pack. That's where you could recoup some money. So you could buy this, for instance, for whatever. It's not £6. You could buy like this for £3.20, £2.98, and you might be able to sell that as a pack of 5. I'll have a think about it. Bosch. Ooh. I don't think Bosch do starters, do they? We will get there. Bosch. Fluorescent. 90p. The B&G. B&G. Bosch, Siemens. Weather has been terrible recently, hasn't it? Welcome, Z. Welcome. Bosch. I'm just trying to think of what cheap things we could do with Bosch. Bosch, it's usually like drill bits, isn't it? Like, for me, I would be tempted to just take the £100 Hungate, but buying 100 drill bits, you need to have like a backup plan. So you could either think about selling them as... Don't know what happened then outside. You might be able to sell them as a multi-pack on eBay or something. Try and recoup some of that money back. That's where my mind would be going. And you've got to always come up with a plan of how you're going to recoup your money. 1 minute. Oh. Dishwasher. I wonder if there's like a... There's going to be Bosch products which are profitable because I sell Bosch. But 100 units can be quite a lot because I'm not buying, obviously, cheap products. I'm buying like £10, £20 items. So buying 100 of that's like £2,000. So you're just trying to release yourself with that ungate, aren't you? How was your week gone, Kobe? And how are you currently doing your Amazon to Amazon as well? Or are you not doing Amazon to Amazon at all? Trying. Ah, welcome. Yeah. How are you currently doing your Amazon to Amazon at the moment? Don't know how to do Amazon to Amazon. Like, a lot of it is preparing yourself for the future as well. So, a good thing to be doing. Are you using Keeper's Tracker to source at all? Are you using Keeper's Tracker? Do you know how to use Keeper's Tracker? So when you're doing Amazon to Amazon, you've got to realize that you are basically searching for products with the price drop. So a lot of people actually start off with the deals page because the deals page is like, this is the cheapest way to do it, really. The deals page is tracking Amazon's database. So when you get a price drop, no matter what price drop it is, it's not refined enough for a proper Amazon to Amazon. If you went through the deals page now, you won't really find much, if anything, because as you can see here, you've got 8,100 products which are currently price dropped between 30% and 60%. You can obviously utilize these filters to try and bring more price drops in. You could also refine how much the price is going to be dropped by, so you could do it from £1, £5 to £156, and it's going to be matching what price drops we want. That price drop is going to be, there we go, price range. That price range could be higher, really, can't it? We don't want to be going too low with the price range, let's say 25 quid, and it's dropped for 30%, and that's £4 price drop. So you could look through this. Most of it is going to be a bit of a waste of time because you're not going to get that many good results from it. You can see here the deals page brings us up a lot of like private label, fairly generic products. You're not going to find much. That one might be okay. Star Wars Epic Series Unite. What you'll be doing is you'll be looking at this price here. So looking at how consistent it is. The sales are no good on this product. But if you was looking at the sales price, you want to be looking at if they're making sales at that consistent price, and then looking if it's profitable buy down at this £28.74. But this is no good because obviously you're not getting sales at this £92. So you would be wanting to find a listing where it's actually getting consistent sales across here. And then when it's price drop like this, that means that you'll be able to find, you'll be looking at buying the drop and selling at that consistent high, if that makes sense. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you can, make sure you like the live. We are streaming also if you want to see my screen on the YT, so come along and join us over there. Give us a subscribe. It's free. Send your love. What I would recommend doing if you was doing Amazon to Amazon, so you'd want to open a business account as well. So that is going to be a business account for domestic, which that means if you're buying in the UK, you'd want to open a Amazon business account. So you'd be purchasing from Amazon, and that gives you special prices. Sometimes if you order like 10 units, for instance, you get a further discount, so you're becoming more competitive to everybody else. You can obviously use the product finder. So product finder here, you can look at this buy box price like it does on Amazon. So on the advanced search. So if you looked at this 8-way flips on the advanced search, you're getting this filter here, the 1-day drop. So that is actively searching for price drops. So you can see we've got a price drop here. If you watch the video which I went over the advanced search templates, you'd see that I've told you how to refine this as well. So if you're looking for a 50% drop, that doesn't really give you much profitable products to purchase. Like I said, you can put filters in to filter out all the CDs, DVDs and stuff. But like a lot of these products you can't actually get. They're just not that good, these settings. There's not going to be many products where you can buy it 50% off. This one might be something to look at though. Buying it at £3.75. We could check if sales have been made on this at £9.49. Sells 2k a month, so they have got an issue with supply. You'd go onto Amazon, look at the listing. You'd make sure them sellers up here have been making sales. So this Black Noir, you'll be looking here at data. You can look at offers, have a check, see if people have been dropping in stock. So you can see people. You really only want to concentrate on the FBA sellers. And you've also got to bear this you've got to bear this in mind as well when you are sourcing and looking at the stock levels. Because as you can see here, we've got these FBA sellers. So they're making sales, you can see. But this one here, MB Traj, as you can see here, they've just got it showing one in stock at all times. But that might mean that they've got a basket limit on. You can look at the 1.8 today, the 365. You can see that this person, Black Noir, they're actually been restocking this one. They've not set any basket limits, but they've been making a few sales every now and again. See, going down. But I would always check if Amazon's been out of stock, what their stock level's been like. As you can see here, we've got Morrison's on the listing as well, which is, if you did the Keep course, that is something we discuss as well, because if you're thinking that this product sells 50 times a month up to like 3,000 times a month, and Morrison's on the listing, sometimes Morrison's gives us the fake results, which not many people talk about. So this is why you've got to be looking at the monthly sold. The monthly sold can throw us off a little bit here because Morrison's might be making these sales, and I would always be very careful with listings where Morrison's is on the listing, because I don't know how it works, but sometimes it's showing us that we're making sales like it is now, but those sales are actually going to Morrison's. So when people are doing their £40 plus orders, that means they get the free shipping when they place an order. So it kind of throws it off, and there's no metric really to give us the exact amount of sales which are coming through Amazon's page, or like there's no data point to look at. Like I say, we can look at the offer count. We can look at historic sellers as well, but sometimes you won't actually get. Sometimes you've got to be wary of if people have got basket limits. I mean, this MB Traj, they could be probably selling this product over and over again, hundreds of times. But we've got no, because they've protected themselves by adding a basket limit, we can't find that out. Does anyone use basket limits when they're doing their Amazon? When they're adding a product to their Amazon inventory, are you actually adding basket limits? Mm, we're very quiet on TikTok today. Very quiet. But to be honest, I've had a rough week. I've not been posting on TikTok. Let's restart the live on TikTok. Kobe, have you seen that I've started talking about doing the Keeper 6 week course? Have you seen that? Because 6 week Keeper course is going to be pretty good. Last time I ran it, well, I think you brought the 6 week Keeper course, didn't you? But I'm going to redo it. So we're going to have a few different lessons. There is going to be a few bits where it's going to touch on the stuff which we did last time. I think the stuff which I brought up last time was really powerful. Like, I'm thankful that last time when we did it, there's a lot of people, like, there was people who come in and they actually do Amazon mentoring. And I haven't heard anything about what's like, nobody's passed that information or made that information publicly known, which I'm quite glad about because there was some good stuff in there. I mean, like even just the spreadsheets which I gave away as well in there, it was, and just helping you refine things. It was quite good. So that's what I'm going to do again. New keeper course, some better lessons because I want to talk about other aspects of it as well. Utilizing keeper in different ways, different filters, different ways, why we're doing things like that, and it's going to be quite powerful. I think you're registered on the I think you're registered on the interest form as well. So that's going to be, if you're on the interest, if you're registered on the interest form, I'm going to put a discount code available so you can purchase it, get a discount code. But I'm thinking about starting that in a couple of weeks, I believe. But I haven't done any promotion at all. Like I say, this week has been rough. If you've got any questions on Amazon, anything, let me know. I can answer it for you. I'm going to eat my my food is going cold, so I am eating. If you got any questions, fire them away. We could answer them. If you'd like to see me do anything, you can obviously let me know and I'll do it on the screen. Is FBA still worth getting into if you do RA or OA? Yeah, I believe so. If you was doing RA or OA, it's a good way to start, learn about Amazon, and then in the future you can build your capital up and then move into like wholesale. The thing is, a lot of people don't realize is like they see people saying wholesale is the best way to start or private label. What's the best way to scale? I would say RA and OA, Woodsy. Morning. Abu, were you on holiday or something, mate? But welcome from Huddersfield. Every time I say every week I say that, Abu, Rach laughs. She could hear me. I hear her laugh. Sound, I've kept thinking about it for years. Is it saturated beyond belief now, or no? It's not saturated. Hello, Louis. Welcome in. Thank you for the roses, mate. It's not saturated, Woodsy. You've got to think that it's going to be around for a while as well. No, like Amazon's not going anywhere, and if it was going anywhere, we could also rotate as well. So you could start like, for me, you can send your products into Amazon. So Amazon is storing your products, and then you can start like an e-commerce store. So if you wanted to start like a Spotify, for instance, or a Spotify, you want to start a Shopify or like an eBay store, your customers, if your eBay customer places an order, you could send that order directly from Amazon's warehouses. So for us, we treat it more like Amazon isn't really a e-commerce site. It's more of like a logistics for us. Sorry about the dogs. So once our stock is in Amazon's fulfillment centers, we can send it elsewhere. So it does help. Louis just casually dropping 5 roses and then just disappearing, bless him. He's a good one, isn't he? But I would recommend starting with OA or RA. Are you promoting a course or any information? So, Woodsy, this is week 94 of going live on a Tuesday, 7 p.m. till 9 p.m. So I do it every Tuesday. I do this 2 hour stint to give people free information. So I'm on the tube as well under FBA today. So I do long form content, and if I used to share my screen so you could see it. So like if you had a question of how would I source products, I could show you. Yes, about 94 weeks in a row that is. So 94 weeks I've committed Tuesdays 2 hours for free. Yeah, drop me a follow. Like I said, thank you, appreciate it. If you've got any questions, just if you want to spend 2 hours, well, not 2 hours now, but every Tuesday, if you wanted to come in, spend 2 hours asking all the questions you want, then I'll give you the answers. If I don't know it, I'm very honest. I do have paid products. I have a lot of free products. Like, what time do you go live? So I only do my lives really unless it's very, very, what's the word? Impromptu. Impromptu. I only do my lives Tuesday nights, 7 p.m. until 9 p.m. Like I say, I my Amazon business is more important to me, so I can't just like go live willy nilly. I've set that 2 hour stint for me, and that's to help people. I get messages every single day. My inbox is full, and I try and get to them when I can, but it's usually 7 p.m. till 9 p.m., and that's all I can really give people. I'm a I'm an Amazon seller, and that's where my money comes from. But I would recommend starting with OARA, scaling it up, getting your capital behind you. If you fancied going into a little bit of wholesale, you're welcome to do that. But if you started with wholesale or private label, the risk is too big. And starting Amazon to begin with, that is a massive learning curve. So every single day you're going, like, everything you do is going to be a new challenge. Ungating, it's a challenge. Sourcing products, it's a challenge. Prepping products, it's a challenge. Doing all the admin, it's a challenge. It's a massive learning curve. I'm not a person to sit here and say you're going to become a millionaire by the end of the weekend, because it's not how it is. And I'm sure, Abu, you could agree with me. I've never said that it's a get rich quick scheme. I've always been honest in saying how hard it is. How is your journey going, Abu? Are you still selling? Have you gave up yet? I know you started selling. How's it going? Let me know. While I just finish some more of my dinner. Because I was a little bit I was a little bit late on the live. So that's why I've got to jump on eating. Slow? What's your biggest struggle? What what's your struggle? I do it. That's understandable doing it part time to begin with. I'm not. That is the best way to start. Do it part time. I'm not saying if you go start Amazon, you need to quit your job straight away. Do it part time. Learn, because even 2 years down the line, you're always learning something new. And like me doing it full time, it just means that I'm quicker to react to. I'm just quicker to react. I can make more processes quicker, and that's going to help my business. But that is my job, isn't it? If I was doing it part time, it's going to be a little bit slower for you to understand what things have changed and putting a process in place. But what are you struggling with, Abu? Are you struggling with sourcing products, or are you struggling with ungating? That's usually the beginner's biggest problem at the beginning. Time management. What, when you say time management, is that just the case of you're not managing your time good enough to source products, and then having that time to then um, prep products to send them in? Yeah. I mean, it's not the best thing to do when you're first starting because you can find a few more restrictions, but why don't you start with sourcing on probably a Monday, a Tuesday, like 3 days a week, getting all your invoices on another day of the week for an hour or something? What's your group for? What do you mean, what's my group for? And then, like, at the weekend, you could prep your products, because if you're sourcing products on a Monday, my Discord, which one? The Navigators? Nion. If you, like I was saying, Abu, if you were sourcing products on Monday, for example, and you was doing OA, sending them to yourself, that's going to be coming Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday. So you could then prep them products over the weekend. What's our group for? It's just if people want to ask questions, Dial. We did have the premium side where we used to do like live lessons every week, but we no longer offer that because there wasn't the demand for it. So at the moment now, we don't. I love the joys of going live when I need to eat because my food is now cold. I started my own group with my A2A bots and my VA leads I don't buy. What's your group called then, Niam? The thing is, if you use it, what we realised quite quickly is we was putting a lot of time into the navigators, and essentially that was like one of the reasons why we did close down, because we was putting like doing a lesson every week. That is not just like you turn up to your computer and do a lesson. Some lessons which we was doing, it was like 4 or 5 hours prep time to run that lesson, and then like you'd probably only have 2 or 3 people turn up, which it's not worth our time then, is it? The sourcing circle. Come on, you need better than that, Niall. You can't have sourcing circle. I'm sorry. That is too close to the people who everybody don't like. And to be honest, I haven't actually seen much of them around anymore. The other SC. You can't be called the sourcing circle. Sourcing circle, the navigator. No. Don't be called the navigator. You've got to think of something original. If you call it the sourcing circle, yeah, I think you're not going to get much from it. Is seller circle even a thing anymore? Is it? Is it? I don't know. Let's have a look. Yeah. I did see on. I did see that there was actually. They started doing it in Australia. So I don't know if they've moved to Australia. I know CCN's still very much in the UK. That's who was like co-founders. Ah, that's interesting. So I feel like making a group actually strong, you need to have a lot of time. That's the thing. A lot of people wanted us to do the navigators, but the thing was, it was just like the engagement and stuff. There was nothing wrong with us producing the content because we had four. Well, we had five people that we moved to four. But the thing is, it's like we was putting that much content out. I think people, it was just too much. And like, if you're doing a live at the beginning, we was doing 4 lives a week. So every night, pretty much, people was coming in and they was able to jump in a live lesson. But then over time, it was good at the beginning, but then a lot of people didn't want to keep paying the subscription and stuff like that. They didn't use the videos. So like you was then putting more and more time in, like creating content to get people in. And it does take a lot. But I've just had a look. I feel like I won't fully commit until I get a partner to take 50% of their energy in it. That's the thing, it's like it's it's hard. It's very hard. I'm shaking too much. And I've just looked, and the reason probably why we haven't seen anything on Seller Circle is because somebody new took over on the 13th of March, so it looks like they've sold it. Have you Naomi, you still in here? Who have you been thinking about getting as your partner? I don't like how that's leaning on there, so every time I move, oh, it's because that's cables on it. Yeah, haven't actually really looked. Ideally, someone to make content. Your content was shy. You won't. The thing is, you've got to have a commitment to it. It's like for me, I've gone live. I want to find out the exact time. So I bet this needs to upload. Oh, I've just realised that's all on YouTube now as well. Me me finding out who owns Seller Circle. That's all on YouTube now recorded. Jeez. They've made their money and they've run off, haven't they? It's just downloading the update for TikTok Studio, and I'll show you. I tried for 1-2 months, and my accent was just shocking. That's the thing. You're self-doubting yourself. It's like it's hard to put content out there. The thing is, it's like as well. Like so many people do. You're putting your head above the water, aren't you? Which nightclub is this? Disco. Whoop whoop. Can you hear the music? I've turned that right down as well. Here we go. I can take my phone off charge. 1 second. So you have got to do a little bit of commitment. So, flip camera. There we go. So this is week 94 of going live, which is quite good, isn't it? Use profit path. Put some drum and bass on. We've got Ill Behaviour Pendulum Mix. Is that good enough, Ali? You've just got to commit to it, Nion. I'll be very honest with you. I haven't actually done much on my own Amazon business this definitely last few days, but the last like week. But I do use Profit Path. I'm considering cancelling because it is a bit expensive. I mean, it's good. It's very good, but I haven't been concentrating on it. I was better on my lives, but actual videos I was so bad. You still doing R8? I did a little bit of RA yesterday, but that's and I'm considering it tomorrow because I've got to go to Derby tomorrow to change my CPAP machine. So, yeah. Profit Path £60 a month. No, it's Profit Path is like £160 a month. That's for the basic plan. You do Pokemon? Yes, I do Pokemon. What's my group? Oh, Ali, what's your group? My Pokemon is booming at the moment, isn't it? So this is the profit path. So you've got like I've set this up like mine. So you can see here we've got UK A2A, we've got Amazon Germany, France, Spain, Italy. That was like 10 sales per month. UK 50 sales per month. High profit. We've got existing purchasers. We've got out of stock. Existing purchasers. And it's good so you could put you could do your keeper search, and then you'll be able to actually track things, and then it gives you the pings for certain suppliers. What's this on? So this is profit path. So I'm not doing it on that profile. Let's go here. So profit path, this software. There we go. You get a free 28-day trial if you go through my link. So profit path can replace, yes it can. The pricing is a little bit steep, but the 28-day free trial, that gives you the premium. So you can see here the premium. Well, that's on yearly, 1 second. Monthly. So you get the starter, that's what I'm on at the moment. I was on premium, but I've reduced my server down to the basic. But it doesn't say prices on there. It's quite expensive. I think for the premium it's like €360 a month. But then the starter is like 170 off the top of my head. But yeah, you could get all this different stuff. I mean, it's good. It's good, but like you can see lots of different things. And if you was using Profit Path, you get Profit Go as well. So that is like the equivalent to Seller Amp as well. And do you get your own group then? So what you do is you create your own Discord. So like I've created mine. I just had a Discord on there because I was going to make one for people who had the Amazon Sourcing Hub. But I just put it in there, and what it does is creates these bots so you can do spy searches on people. And then you've got the A2A stuff as well. So that's A2A searches. And what you could do is you could do like a keeper search, get like 5,000 ASINs or something, and then put them so then it's deal watching. So you could do like if those products become profitable in across Europe or the UK, you'll get a ping on this one. Or down here on the deal watch, it'll pop up with the stores and show you what products to be thinking. Making Discord sounds hard. Making Discord is hard. There's so many different things, and it's not like doing this. This wasn't hard. If you was making a Discord like we did for the navigators, that's hard because you've got to do roles and everything. 1 second. Oh, there we go. How does it scrape? Yeah, it scrapes Amazon backend, and then like you'd put in what you want your targets to be, and it will then give you a ping. And the reason why I'm leaving is because I'm also using Arbisource as well. And to be honest, this last week really hasn't been the best for us. So I've been like, we've had so much go off this last week, so I've not really been doing any Amazon business at all. I've recorded a video for Thursday, a long form video for Thursday. That happened today, and I've actually edited that. But it is pretty. It's been a hard few days. You got a VA? Yes, I do have a VA. Sorry about the dogs as well, guys. So yeah, I've also got my virtual assistant as well, but I'm using Arbisource, which my VA uses. I've got Profit Path, which is good, but I'm trying to save a few costs. And then I've got my VA as well. So they've been sourcing. But I also do... Sorry about the dogs. but I also do quite a bit of sourcing. Like I track quite a lot of products as well. What best in Arbisource? So Arbisource is like the custom scans. Or you could do the... Sorry, we've got 7 dogs. You track storefronts. So you can't necessarily track storefronts too much, Ali, on Arbisource unless you did a... You exported the data from Keeper. Not, yeah, from Keeper. Export the data from Keeper and then put that into the reverse search. And then you could like track it that way. If you wanted a better way to do it, then you're looking more at Profit Path. Because Profit Path, that will give you notifications. Let me have a... Got to be very careful because I keep forgetting that I'm actually on. I'm also on the tube as well, so people can see my screen. So, if you was looking at... I can't put it on that one. If you was looking at Profit Path, let's pop it on this one. Ah. There we are. Pardon me. So if you was looking at it, you try, so you're finding sales and scanning stores. If I was doing Arbisource, I would be doing like keeper searches, then using the reverse search to bulk upload into Arbisource, find a supplier for them products. You can do that with also. You could do that also with like sellers which you're stalking as well. On so if you're looking at Profit Path, so you could track sellers as well here. So you could track so many sellers depending on your depending on the package you're on, but then they'll tell you what products they're adding to your inventory, and then you can obviously filter them like this. So you can look at the ROI, you could be looking at sales, and you'll be able to obviously get them suppliers sites as well. So that is one way to like use Profit Path. You can also go to wholesale scanner. You've got multi-search, you've got deal watch, supply search, reverse search, A2A search, and you can set like deal watch. That is where you put your list of ASINs in, and you'll create the deal watch bot on your Discord. Profit Path have a repricer? No, they don't have a repricer, but the new thing which they've brought out is this profit desk. So you can see here, you can look at your orders, your reimbursements, you can check your purchase analytics, customer returns, FBA shipments, import, export. Your reimbursements, I don't believe that works in the UK at the moment. That's more Europe, because Profit Path is based in Europe. It's a big German sourcing software. So they've then moved into the UK, and that's why they like spoke to the navigators. So that's why we was using it. But I don't think I'm getting that. I don't think I'm getting my value for money, and it's not down to the software. It's just down to me and my personal time. Too many features in Profit Path. Did you learn everything, or they have tutorials? They have got tutorials, and they actually do a call. You can book a call with them, so one of the founders will go through everything with you, Me, I just went in and pressed everything. Let's put you back up there. That's how you're going to really learn. Like that's what I tell everyone to do when they get any new software. Press absolutely everything. Because if you don't press everything, you don't know what things do. If you don't know what things do, you don't know how you're going to take advantage of them. People have asked for certain things on the like sourcing software for a reason. So want to take advantage of them. But yeah, there's plenty of stuff. I think one of my big gripes with Profit Path was, or is, because I still use it, is that it's like the layout, if that makes sense. The user experience is a little bit iffy. They've tried to put everything in, so you could do lots of things, but that makes it quite confusing. So, like where Arbisource, it's a little bit more simpler, a bit more user friendly. I think that really does give Arbisource a massive like advantage. Ali, shall I get? Ali, do you do Pokemon as well? Do you have a look at Pokemon? Let me know. Let me know. If you know anything about Pokemon, I could. I'll show you my Pokemon cards if you want. You brought up a few Pokemon from John Lewis. Are you scalping them? Are you trying to sell them on, or are you um, actually using them? Having a look at them. I'll go get me binder and I can show you some. I've got some of them. You know, on Friday there's going to be a big new release of a set called Chaos Rising. I've already got a set of them, quite a few sets now. So, but you like resell them. You want to think about also storing them as well, depending what you get. So I've got some ETBs, so like there's fairly sizable boxes, and I've had one of them sets for 2 years, and that I brought that £45, and it's gone up to like £400, and people are still trying to get that set as well. So, I mean, there's a lot of people doing that now, like buying loads of sets but then just holding them. So, when it comes to selling them, are we really going to make too much money? Maybe not, but you might be able to get that 2, 3, 400% ROI. I've got some reach. So how does Amazon Pokemon work? So if you was doing Amazon Pokemon, you want to register for all the invites, and what it would do is I think it's twice a week. So on a Monday night, and I think it's a Thursday night or Thursday morning, they send you a notification out with an invite to purchase them products, but they'll only release like 100 or 1,000, or they release a set amount, and then that means you've got to be like fastest to get on and then like purchase them products. There's a lot like there's a web I look at. If you go on to Raffles Amazon, so if you go on to, there's like a long list. There we go. I can't do it. Here we go. I'll put it into this one. So if you went on the tube now, like you've got lots of different Pokemon cards. So the ones which are coming out this weekend on Friday are Chaos Rising, these ones. So that's what you want to try and get. Are you in any community for Pokemon for news and drops? I am part of CCN. I am part of that. That is who we was with before we started selling on Amazon, Ali. So I was part of CCN and was buying the PlayStation 5s and flipping them and air fryers. So that's like where my journey started. I started doing air fryers, PlayStation 5s. I didn't catch the hot tub hype, but like there was a lot of different things which I went out, got. At one point when the air fryer hype was going around, I had something like 18 air fryers in my back room. We did we did a we had a Halloween party and like all family and friends came round and then we actually did that. But if you look on the tube, you could see you've got lots of Pokemon cards here which you can register for. Some, like, see here, this one's unavailable. I've got one of these from Amazon. I've got plenty of these, plenty of them ones, but they're not really that profitable. They'll be good for holding. I've got one of these. I'm looking to have. I want to get one of these, but it depends on this Friday. I've got a couple of these ones as well, which I opened one of them and pulled a. I opened one of these packs and I pulled one of the SIRs from there, so like a special illustrated rare. But it's good fun. It's good fun. We went to Card Factory the other day, and it was a limit of 5 per customer. So I went in, my partner went in, her dad went in, her mum went in, and her grandma went in. So we ended up with 25 packs. We've opened a few of them because, like I say, it's not really. We buy them for an investment, but we also have the itch to open them as well. I'll go get my binder because I have got some vintage ones as well. So from 1995, and then you can see what we've got. So 1 minute. Oh, is it? Oh, I'm missing out then. Oh. So this is our binder, but I don't know if you can see. We've got the original ones. And then these are like vintage shiny ones. So this black Blastoise I'm thinking about getting graded. Also this Ancient Mew, because that is a promotional card, but that's really good condition, that is. We've also got the Dark Raichu. I don't know if YouTube could see this as well. Got Dark Raichu, got Gyarados, a few Mewtwo. those ones aren't in as good condition. And then we've got some newer stuff. So you can see Team Rocket's Meowth. Team Rocket's Meow. We've also got the Clefairy. Lilith Clefairy, I think that is. But yeah. Like all these ones are pretty much vintage. So you've got like Machoke, got Dark Machoke, and then we go towards the back. Where we've got newer Pokemon. But setting the binder out, that's just like one of the first problems. I've spent so much on Pokemon investments just recently as well. It's just one thing which I am trying to do, which I'd love to do, is, I don't know if you can see this, I'm trying to get all the unknowns. So, yeah. Got lots and lots of Pokemon cards. You want to see the haul which I got last week? Not last week, yesterday. So we went out and got Pokemon cards yesterday. And what we did is we ended up getting the promotional stand, so you know where they put all the products on, and then that's what we actually had our Pokemon on. We got that. It was still in the packaging as well, but it's quite rare to find. So yeah. But yeah, it's one of them, isn't it? It's a different topic. Right. I think because it's been a shite week, I'm going to end the live. Unless anyone's got any last questions, either on TikTok or YouTube. Might end the live a little bit early today. It's been a rough week. You're lucky that I came on. I was running late. But I will be doing this same again next week. Next week will be week 95. Shall we do a giveaway for week 100 or something? We could do a giveaway or something. I'm sure we can. So, no questions left? No? Maybe? Let me know. Niam's not here anymore. Right, guys. Souls? Kobe? No? Right, guys. I'm going to love you and leave you, I think. Like I say, we are a little bit early. Usually the live is 7 PM till 9 PM, but it's been a rough week. Right. Welcome, Annabelle. Welcome. Have you got any questions about Amazon or Pokemon cards or anything like that? Just browsing is just browsing. Right. I think that's it. We're going to end the stream. End the stream on YouTube. So, thank you guys. Thank you for joining us. We will be back next week, 7 PM till 9 PM. There is going to be a video coming out at 8 PM on Thursday, so don't miss that because that one's going to be a great opportunity. And one of my big secret sourcing methods. So I hope you enjoyed tonight. All your questions were answered as always. So come and join us next week. Cheers. There we go. There we go. We've ended the live on YouTube. YouTube.